To Cooking with Worldchef and a session with Sterling White Halibut. My name is Thomas Torstensen and I'm a sales director in Sterling White Halibut. And I also have my good colleague and Sterling chef here.
Yeah, hello. My name is Frode and I'm the official Sterling chef, and I've been working with Sterling White Halibut for many years, and we are really looking forward to give you a good lesson in how to prepare our fantastic fish that we have here. And Thomas, do you have any facts about Sterling that you can tell us before we start cooking?
Yes, of course. Sterling was established in 2001, so we are actually 20 years this year. We produce this year 1,500 tons and are a full value chain company. Our main markets are Norway, US and UK, but we also have a good colleague in Sweden, Ola Nyström, who serves Europe as well.
Yes, and for this session we have prepared to do 3 dishes together with you, so we will see how we prepare our fantastic fish. First, a little bit about our fantastic fish that we are so proud of, and also that this is a farmed halibut that is in controlled production, so we know exactly from babies to ready fish, so we know everything about the fish, so we can make sure that we can track everything, and you will see that we have a good size on this fish. And actually the different sizes we have is 1 to 3 kilo, 3 to 5, 5 to 7 and 7 plus. But this fish is 7 kilo and it's 5 years. And it takes 5 years to make this fish. And you maybe didn't know that, but halibut is growing very slowly. They take very long time to grow. And that's important to know, because we as chefs should have respect for using this time when we cook it, to understand that it have taken 5 years to make it, so we cannot destroy it, because it's a hard work behind this fish. And halibut is swimming around, and they are really lazy fish, so they don't eat so much. So they eat very randomly, and then they sleep, and then they rest, and then they go and eat again. So it's very, very silent life of a halibut. It's very nice to be a halibut. I think that should be something for us also to be.
That's correct.
And also to have a nice environment. So we have these deep fjords in Norway that we are having our halibut inside. And the fjords are 700 meters deep. So we have a lots of water that goes through our fish nets, and that makes us having this fish so nice and clear. And the cold water gives also a nice environment for the fish to have a good fish health. Another thing about our halibut is that we are very concerned that you are using the whole fish. So we are making sure that you will have to use the whole fish from head to tail. And for using the whole fish, we will show you how we use the whole fish, because that's important for us. And also that sustainability is very important for us in growing Sterling White Halibut. And of course, this fish, we want to keep it very cold. And that's very important when you have bought a fantastic fish, that you keep it cold. So now this fish, we can see on the fish, we are very approved that it's nice. But now we should take it away, put it back in the refrigerator. Maximum 4 degrees Celsius is a perfect temperature. So between 0 and 4 degrees is perfect to store our halibut. And store it like this. And you have maybe seen, if you have got some halibut, that you have some slime on the fish. And that's a very good sign when it has slime, because the slime is protecting the fish and taking care of the fish until you will go and clean it and use it. But I will take a fish now that I have been cleaning and take the head off, and I will tell you a little bit about this. So Thomas, can you bring this back to the fridge?
Of course I will, of course.
Okay. So here is a fish with the head off, and the head we're gonna of course use for make stock for one of our dishes. The 3 dishes that we're going to make is that we're going to make one taste that is raw of our sterling halibut. We're going to make one that is pan-fried, and we're going to bake one steak or one piece of the whole halibut in the oven. So we have 3 different courses. And the head, we're going to make a nice little stock that we use for our sauce, or you can use it for a soup or like a consommé. It's fantastic, a lot of taste in our halibut, so we are proud that we can use all of the halibut to make sure that you have a good taste of our fish. So I will start now with preparing the cuts we're going to use. And if you see here, we have the halibut has this very nice line in where it's going to be cutted. So we have 4 fillets. We have 2 on this side and 2 on the other side. Another nice thing to know about halibut is the halibut is born like swimming like a salmon or like another fish. But after 5 weeks, one of the eyes is turning around and it becomes flat the rest of their life. That's, you can see there's a big there's a more spot between the eyes on a sterling halibut than on a flounder. Okay, when you have this nice fish, we're going to use some paper to dry the fish. Because it's better to dry it, and so you don't have anything splitting around for you. Okay, then we're going to make our steak that we're going to put for the oven. And that's this size I want to have on this. So we cut down here. Then you can see, fantastic fish.
Hello, Frode. I'm back from the cooler now.
That's
you
good.
need some help?
Yeah, maybe. We can put a nice little tray for this that we're going to use for the oven.
Yeah.
I have the tray over there. And then for all of you, it's important to know that we are taking notice that people, when they work with fish, they are using a lot of water. If you use a lot of water when you do fishing with the fish, you actually get the bacteria around. So try to use not so much water. Try to keep it dry when you work with the fish. And then we have, of course, a nice piece of the fish left here. And you can see our sterling halibut is very white in the flesh. And all the fat that is in the halibut is between the skin and the fish. So to keep the skin on when you prepare the fish, then you will get more moist and nice halibut. It's very important to know. And we're going to make this good piece for using today as our raw dish and one pan-fried dish. And you can see it's easy to cut, because we have one bone in the middle of the fish that we have to take care of, and that's the only bone we have to take care of. Then you have white and nice fish ready there. We're going to put in further preparation. Also want to mention that you can now also make a nice little cut here that is nice to show you. Is that you cut like this, and then you can have like small nice steaks like this. That also is very nice, and you keep very much the moist of the fish and the juice that we want to have in the fish when you do it like this. So take a good look on this, how nice the halibut is. And we are really proud that we have this fish. Huh?
Yes. And this is like for one person.
Yep. Yes, it's perfect for one person. And this we're going to cut more now, but then it was to show you how we can continue with cuts in and have different cuts on the halibut. Okay, then we can take this away and put it in the fridge.
Of course, of course.
And then I will show you how we're going to do the first dish. So for now we're going to prepare the nice piece for pan frying. I think this will be a nice piece for that.
I think so, yeah.
And then we're going to make one that is for having as a sashimi. Maybe we can pan fry 2 pieces, one small and one big. For sashimi, it's important to know that when you're going to cut raw fish, Sterling White Halibut is certified for serving raw without freezing.
That's correct.
You can tell a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's only white fish that you can serve without freezing it before. It's free of parasites and a very high-end product, so it's perfect for raw consumption. But Frode, about the tail here.
Yep.
When do you want to put it in the oven?
We can wait a little bit
before
we go
you
further.
You are the chef. I don't know. I don't know.
I think you know, but
yes.
It's important to make sure when you do with the halibut is that you don't overcook it. So we don't start too early with preparing things. Okay. Then for the raw dish, we're going to make the sashimi cuts. Then important that we bring the fat on, so we can have the taste of the fat. I think this is a nice portion for have a taste of the raw fish. Of course, we don't waste anything, so we take care that we have everything here.
Do you want a plate on this one?
Yes, a little plate, and then I will tell you about how we're gonna make the dish. In Norway, we are very famous for our apples. We have a lot of apples. And the apples in Norway is quite sour because we don't have so much heat in the summer. So we have very high acidity in our apples. And that make it good for making juice. This is fresh. And this apple juice has been reduced also, so it's half a liter becomes 2.5 deciliter. So it's reduced quite well, and then you have very good apple taste in this one. So we're going to put on the fish. I'm going to mix it. Inside here.
So you are like using this apple instead of like lime or things like that, is that correct?
Correctly, because you know all that we can use lime and lemon, and then we have this kind of ceviche, and you will get also the cooking going on the fish because of the acidity in the citrus. But in apples, this cooking also happening, but it's happening not so fast as with lemon and lime. So a little bit of this apple juice on. And horseradish, another Nordic thing, is our Nordic wasabi. We're going to put on, and I have to grate it with this one. And I also have put some salt. You maybe saw that I put some salt. I don't know if I tell you that I used it, but okay. As you see, very simple dish, but it's the taste of the halibut, and it's the taste of Nordic and Norway flavors. And we're going to put this on a little plate here now, and see if we can maybe put on some flowers from the garden also. this. And then I changed the cutting board, because when you are finishing with the fish, you can change the cutting board, because when you go and work with vegetables, you have to have a clean and new cutting board.
But Frode, we
Yep.
are using apples, I see.
Yep.
Isn't that a fun fact that we are using like apples from the same fjord as the fish are swimming in?
Of course.
Yes.
On the light of the fjords, this apples has been growing, and now is the apple season in Norway is at its end, but it's fantastic apples that we have now, and you should eat at least one apple a day, and the apple juice, and I will also assemble a little bit apples, and also if you find a little bit flowers in the fridge that we can put on the top.
Yes, of course.
And this is also to underline that we are using apples in the dish. A little bit apple on the top there, and also some flowers. And then you have a nice little sashimi dish for a good taste of the Nordic culture, and also, of course, the best way to taste fish is to taste it raw. And exactly the Sterling White Halibut, when it's raw, fantastic, fresh from the sea, fantastic fish to cook with. So this is one of the dishes. And then you want to put this on in the oven now?
Yeah, can I do that, please?
Yes, no, please do that. And
oh, thank you. But
we just give them a little notice that, look at this fish. We don't put any oil, any salt, any butter, nothing. We just put it in the oven just like this. We use a little bit of a baking sheet under, because that's help us to clean after. And then with preparing the fish whole like this, we take care of all the nice flavors in the fish. So put it in the oven. It's 150 degrees in the oven.
But what about the temperature inside the fish?
The core temperature should be 48, 49 or 50, and we're going to check that, or you're going to check it.
I can.
On the way. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, let's move on to the next dish we're going to prepare. So we have to clean a little bit away here.
Should I help you for that?
Yes, maybe you can do that.
Okay, I will.
And to make sure that we make some dishes for you, that we will show you the nice ways of preparing halibut, that you can use different ways of cooking it. So now we're going to do the pan-fried one. We have the nice piece here. They're going to put a little bit salt on it. You can also use salt brine if you want to put the fish inside salt brine. Then you put a cold salt brine that you dissolve as much salt that you can in water. It's about 10% in cold water. And then you put the fish inside for 10 minutes. Now I put salt on, and we're going to make one green pea puree. And meanwhile, the salt will go into the fish. So I think we put this over there, Thomas, and then we're going to make the nice little puree of green peas. And this is also about colors, and also about nice taste for our fish. So we're going to put on the pot here. Fresh green peas, some butter. You have some cream in the fridge, maybe,
yes,
Thomas?
Yes.
And I have one shallot here that I want to use. So we start with finely chop a little bit shallots. And put this inside there. Put it down to medium heat, I think. Be enough.
But you don't use any oil or nothing in here now?
Now we're going to put a little bit butter inside.
All right.
So you can, I will take a spoon here and put inside some butter. And then we're going to bring our green peas inside. And when the butter has been all around the peas and the onion, we will bring some cream and cook it. Like this. Then I think we may not need any more of this. When we're pan frying the sterling halibut, it's important that we are showing you the whole thing. And when we're going to do that, we're going to do it after we have made the puree, because the puree should be ready, and all the things that you're going to serve with the halibut should be ready before you start the cooking the halibut. Because if you are waiting for the garnishes when the halibut is done, your halibut may be overcooked. And we are really concerned that people are overcooking our halibut, because if you increase those temperatures that I mentioned, 48, 49, 50, they will be dry halibut, and dry halibut is not good.
It's not good at all.
But, yeah.
And also remember that we are producing the halibut and it takes 5 years to produce. So it's terrible for us to see like a cook or something gonna destroy the fish in like 10, 15 seconds.
Yeah.
That we are gonna use 5 years to produce.
That's true.
Yeah.
So we actually use a lot of time to explain to the chefs around in the world that we are make sure that they cook it correct.
Yeah.
And also that they have the feeling of so many years of making our fantastic fish. Because our colleagues that is around now, also in bad weather, taking care of our fish, it needs to have a respect for those. And it's also about using the sustainability word about halibut, because we're going to prepare a dish. You should make sure that your guest will eat it. And actually, the guest will not eat it when it's too dry, the fish. And I have been growing up with my mom that she was cooking all the fish over. So we make sure that it was so dry that if we didn't get any sauce, we could not eat it. So I have been saying my whole life that I'm going to make sure that I make smooth, juicy fish, because then I think also the kids will love the fish. And maybe that's the best tricks, the best tip to make sure your kids is eating fish. Make it moist, boneless, and introduce it in a fantastic way. And sterling halibut is fantastic for that.
Correct, correct.
Okay, green peas don't need to cook too long to make sure that it's only that it's the heat going through. And then we're going to put it in the blender, and then we're going to make a little bit noise here. So we get a green, nice puree to assemble our next dish. Will you cook a little bit more, or do you think it's enough?
I think it's enough.
Yeah, I think we stop there. Okay, then we put it into the blender. And when you blend things that is warm or hot, make sure that you have the lid to not be too closed, because then it will get a vacuum and it will get all around. So give it a little bit give it some air, and we will have a nice. Then we're gonna put this on. pan.
One more pan. What a fantastic color, Frode.
Yeah,
This should go perfect with our white fish.
of course, and also nice to use this puree for fish because it makes, as Thomas mentioned, it's nice color and also nice flavors for the fish. Because actually, the Sterling White Halibut, you can put like most of the things and different tastes together with the halibut, and it fits quite well all tastes. But this is for keeping the nice color around, and also to give a little bit good sweet flavor to the dish. Okay, then we have the puree ready. Then we have to taste it. So many chefs that is not taking care of the taste, and you have to taste. So here we put some salt, and we will put some.
Do you think I can taste as well, Frode?
I think you should taste also.
Yes, perfect.
And some cayenne pepper. Now he can taste because now I have put something inside.
Very good.
And you see, nice color. Okay, you can taste.
I will try. Perfect, Frode. Perfect.
Okay, thank you. Let's go ahead and make the pan frying happening. And then we just keep this warm over there on one. And then we take the pan there. Yes,
this one?
Thomas? Yeah,
this one.
Fantastic. It's a good pan. And it's nice that you use a non-stick pan to make sure that you will not have the fish back in the pan. You should have a good non-stick pan. That helps a lot. Okay. You can bring some butter, please.
Of course.
And we start always when pan frying the fish. I will always start with some sunflower oil. That is not tasting anything, but just for having high temperature to get the nice color. And if you use the oil first, you will have much more control on the temperature. If you start with butter, the butter will easily burn before you get the nice flavor, nice color of the frying on the fish. So let's get the heat on here now, and then we will start to put the fish inside. And you can look at this. Fantastic fish, white, and you can see the fat that I was mentioned between. So that's the reason I put the skin on. Keep the skin on, helps a lot. Okay, you think the pan is ready? We can try to listen to the sound. This sound is good, huh?
Very nice. And the skin is very easy to remove afterwards?
Of course,
yep.
It's very easy, and you will see that. We're going to remove it before we serve it, and you will see easily how nice it's get off. And then you will keep the fat on the fish. So now let's let it be there to get this nice color. I will think that I need a bit more time. A little bit more oil. So remember, now we have everything ready for the dish. So we are just waiting for the fish, and we're going to make the sauce out of what we have in the pan. Actually, some juice of the pan. Okay, tarragon from the garden. You can also use thyme, or you can put other herbs, but I feel that tarragon goes very well with our halibut. And I have this garlic. They're gonna just crush like this, and just put that in the pan also. And then, of course, one of the most important things for chefs and us is butter, huh?
A lot of butter.
If we use butter, everything tastes much better, huh? So even the Sterling halibut tastes better with some butter. Now we're just going to take a look if we have got the color that I was thinking. If you can see here now, it start to get this nice color. You see, Thomas?
Wow.
And then we put in the butter, and then we reduce the heat in the pan. So now we go down. And then we turn the fish. We turn the sterling halibut around, and you can see this nice color there. And then we continue with pan frying. We put the flavored butter and with the tarragon and with the garlic. Maybe I actually add some more butter. And we're gonna push this over the fish like this. And I really should think that you should feel the smell through the camera now, because this smell is fantastic. I don't think I know any people that don't like this.
No. It's very, very nice.
The flavor of caramelized butter, and of course our lovely sterling white halibut that is inside here. And I think you see that our colleagues will be proud when they see this fish in this pan for the global world, to see this fish from our small fjords, but very deep and cold fjords, and they will see how nice we have treated the fish, and we're gonna serve it. So this need now some minutes, and you have to be careful here because it very easily get over. So we have to be here, and we have to take notice on the fish all the time before we start to put the plate ready. So maybe you can find the plate, Thomas.
Yes.
Maybe a little white plate. Yes.
This one
fantastic.
is okay.
Yeah, fantastic.
Just put it here.
Yeah.
But what about the fish in the oven?
Yeah. Maybe you should check it.
Should I check it?
Yeah. You were telling me that you're gonna check it.
All
I
right.
have the thermometer over there that you're gonna check, because feel when you cook halibut, when you cook fish in general, or when you cook in general also, you should feel on your product all the way. Just check and check. Make sure that it not get over. You can see here it starts to get very white and nice. Oh, it's going to be a nice one.
I think so.
And you see it's.
And what was the temperature again?
It's 48, 49, 50. And now we are on 18. So we have some time left, huh?
All right. I will put it back in.
Thank you. And when I put the skin down like this, the fat from between the skin and the fish meat will be make sure that the fish is not getting dry. So it's a very nice way of doing this pan frying like this. And I think maybe we should stop around here and make sure that we have all the rest things around ready. Then I slow a little bit more down. Still the flavors is amazing here.
And the smell is amazing as well.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I had some nice thing to put on here. Actually, this morning I went to the garden and I picked the last sugar snaps and this small piece from the garden. So I've cut some of them, and I take some of the flowers also that we can put on the plate. So then we have the green peas in flower and in leaves, and we have them in cutted before they even get the green peas inside. So then we have used the whole green pea that we can use. And here I have some chopped parsley that we're going to bring into the sauce with some lemon. And you have some green oil maybe?
Of course.
Some herb oil that we made also of the rest of the parsley. I think actually we can go ahead and make the dish ready. We'll just take another check with the fish. Oh, I don't know if you can see it here, but you can see the moist of the fish, that they have this nice little, you see this?
It looks so juicy.
Yeah, and it is. Okay, for making this juice of the pan, we just take a little bit of the parsley, and we take some lemon juice. This is also about cooking and use all the flavors that you have in your pan. Okay. And to heat this a little bit also, we can do it in this in the pan, like this. And then we take another. If you have, find me one of this with the paper on, so we can dry and wipe the fish a little bit before we put it on the plate. Okay. Now we have cooked the sugar snaps a little bit, and then put that also on. And then you have the soft green pea puree, and then you have the crisp one that is from the garden, and we're going to add some flowers afterwards. Then we have the fish that we're going to take off the pan. We're going to see now how easily we can get off the skin, like this. And if you see here, you can see some of this fat of the skin that we're going to bring together with the fish on the plate. Then we turn it one more time, take away the tarragon, and we place it like this. And we're going to push away this, Thomas.
Yes.
And then we have the juice of the pan here. It's going to be our sauce that we're taking around here. And then some green oil.
Wow.
And then we put some of this nice green flowers on top here. Maybe one more, like this. There we have one more dish.
It looks amazing, Frode.
And please enjoy, people. Maybe we should try to send it through the camera.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, you want to give it a try?
All right.
Okay, then we're gonna clean away a little bit, and then we're gonna continue with the next dish, which will be the one that is baked in the oven. Yes, it was quite fast to clean. Clean kitchen is very nice when we're going to work with our fantastic Sterling White Halibut. And now we're going to make the dish that you have been working with all day, Thomas.
Yes, all day.
You have been looking in the oven and taking care of the fish that is going to be baked in the oven for a nice temperature of 48, 49 or 50 inside. So we're going to check if Thomas or me have done the good job afterwards. But first of all, it's important, like we mentioned in the beginning of our class, that we're going to use the whole halibut. And the head is also one part of the halibut. And we're going to make the stock, that we're going to make the sauce for this dish. The halibut head has been, then I had been removed the eyes, and I had take out the gills, so it's clean. And then I have been in running water for a while, so it's all clean. Then I put it in a casserole like this, and we're going to add water inside. And it's an old saying in Norway that the oldest person in the house should eat the head of the fish. So, who of us gonna eat?
I'm not sure actually.
But anyway, when we're gonna make stock out of halibut, it's important in the first 4 minutes to make sure that it's not cooked too heavily, and then we're gonna like poach it for about half an hour. That's a nice time of cooking for a stock, a fish stock. I don't add anything except a little bit salt inside.
No greens?
No greens.
No?
Because I want to have the pure taste of our fantastic fish. And of course it will take a little bit long time to wait for us to make the stock. So I have been preparing some stock before. But I want to show you this, how we do it. And also that we're using the whole fish is important for us. And it's important for you to also remember to use the whole fish when you have bought a Sterling White Halibut. And the halibut has also 2 cheeks. The cheeks is very nice, very tender.
Correct.
And when you poach it like this, you can take out the cheek afterwards and you can use it for a little salad or like a little amuse-bouche and serve it as a little nice dish to tell the story about that you have used the whole fish. So that's a nice thing. Okay, let me show you the ready stock, which I have here. This I have reduced a little bit, and then I'm gonna reduce it a little bit more. And when I say a little bit, it's about 30% down. So 30% water off, and then we have 70 of nice, fantastic, good Sterling White Halibut stock. And then we're gonna make the sauce. That is our classic Norwegian cream sauce with some white wine, with some cream, and of course the stock. And then we add some butter and chives, and we're gonna put some løyrom caviar in the end.
Oh, I like
so that. Let's start with the sauce. Bring maybe we can find some white wine, or you have drink it?
No, I think I have it in here actually.
That's good.
I think I will have it. Yes.
Put, as I mentioned, a little bit salt inside the stock. Not too much because we're going to reduce it afterwards. But it's a little bit to just take all the taste out of the head. Okay, some wine. The rest for you.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You have to help me a little bit more, so you don't go away.
Okay, I will come back.
Too long, huh? Okay. Then we add the stock. I think we take this is enough.
Yep.
Because we're just making a little amount of sauce now. As you see here now, it starts to get small white particles out of the stock, and then it's important that you have ready to clean away these things. Oh, make a little bit noise there. So you have this ready to take away. Okay, a little bit about the rest of the things that we're going to put on this dish, because I love fennel. Fennel is one of my favorite vegetables, and on a little island outside Ryfylke, where we take care of our halibut, is in the southwest part of Norway. We have a producer called Frode that makes fantastic, nice vegetables, and he has got me some nice mini fennel that I have baked in the oven with little bit lemon that we're going to use on the dish. And I have also some that I have been shaving up like a crudité.
Yep.
Okay, it was cooking quite well, huh?
Yeah,
should we bake a little bit more? Yeah. It was good that you was here taking care of it.
Yes, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here.
And about what you're going to serve on the side of our halibut, we are just telling you that you can use like all your favorite things. You don't need to use like what we say or what the recipe recommend. Try to be a little bit playful and do different things, because I think the best dishes is yet to come if we are doing a good variation in our homes and take what we have. And that's also sustainability, to use what you have. Don't just go around with your car to pick up ingredients. Just say, oh, this I have, let's make something of this.
But let the fish shine on the plate,
of course. And make sure that the Sterling White halibut is shining on your plate in a big portion, of course, because we want to sell much fish as we can.
Of course.
A little bit cream also in this sauce. I think we can try to get a little bit higher now, like this. And now you can see the head that we are cooking here. We start to get a lot of the whites up, and this you have to push away, so you get a clear and nice stock. Then we add some cream in this sauce. Then you can put this back.
Yep.
And then let us reduce this to thicken a little bit, and then we add the butter, and then we're gonna make sure. I think you can put the fennel together with the halibut in the oven.
In the oven?
In the end, and maybe in 2 seconds you have to check the halibut also, that we make sure that you don't overcook it.
All right.
Okay, then you check the temperature.
I will.
Oh, it's almost there. If you can, it's now 46.
Should you just leave it outside, or?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because actually the temperature in the halibut is increasing a little bit after you take it out also, because the heat on the halibut is going in, not out. And also, remember we have the skin on here to take care and make sure that to isolate, so it's not running any heat anyway, and that, of course, the taste. Okay, then my stock is cooking, so I had to turn it down, because now it's going to just simmer very slow in half an hour, and then you have this nice stock. You can see here now when I take away this, so nice. And again, you should have the smell through the camera. That will be the next level of live shows. And see here now how nice it start to poach the nice head of the halibut. And then we can truly say that we have used the whole halibut.
Correct.
Okay, we should bring some butter here, Thomas.
Yep.
As one of my colleagues said, that is one thing that is better than butter, and that's more butter. And then I think this is one of the favorite ingredients we have, also in Norway, but in other countries also. I think cream is important. And then we start to push in the butter in the sauce. What do you think, Thomas? It is enough butter? No.
I think a little bit more, actually.
Yeah. And I also want you to understand that when you are cooking halibut, it's like a little party in itself, because you can tell the story about this deep fjords, that is cold water in Norway, where we farmed our fantastic Sterling White Halibut, that is make you so nice food that you can bring to your friends and your colleagues and your guests. And this fish you can get all over the world, can't you, Thomas?
Of course.
Almost?
Of course.
Almost all.
Almost all.
Yeah. But you can, we have been promoting the fish, and many of the Worldchefs members know that we have used this fish for competitions, and has been in the global chef challenge, and also in the big competitions that we are looking for the best chef to prepare our fish. And it's not so easy because of this temperature as we talk about.
But also for the young chef challenges, competitions.
Yeah, and we are really really up for supporting the young chefs, because they are the future actually, not me and you. It's actually the young chefs that are the future, and we actually want more young chefs to see on sustainability, to use more fish, to use more vegetables, to use more good ingredients in cooking, and also to make sure that they use the whole ingredients. And I think the young chefs will be very good in this one.
Yep, yep.
Okay, I think we are starting to get there. A little bit more maybe.
More butter?
Yeah.
Perfect.
You want to take some spoons and we can taste?
Of course.
I also want to taste the stock actually, because this will give you the flavor of. Ooh, so good, so good, and a nice way of using the whole thing, huh? Okay, a new spoon, clean spoon, and then we taste this one. Ooh,
nice.
That will become very good. I think we're gonna use this one. You have I think I put it down here. Okay. Can you find the caviar and the chives, please?
Yep.
Okay. What we're going to put on the halibut now, after we're going to undress it, we take off the skin, and then we're going to push on a little bit salt, because we don't have add any salt here now. And I hope that you have learned through this cookout with us that you have to feel the food all the time. Huh? You have to check the temperature. You have to know the feeling of the sauces and the stock to make the flavors coming through, so you can see actually how the Sterling White Halibut is tasting. And I think, Thomas, that you should explain them a little bit in short notice about how we are taking care of the fish and how long we can take care of the fish, as long as I finish the sauce.
Yeah. As we have spoken about before, it takes 5 years to take care of the fish and make it from egg until it's ready in the box. And we have over 40 employees that use the day every day to make this fantastic product that we have.
Yep.
And also, Frode, I was thinking about this steak here.
Yep.
It's perfect to serve like a whole family, to bring the family together and eat.
And bring friends. And maybe one of the challenges we can give you is that you should invite someone that you don't know to your table. So you can be like to host a little party with Sterling White Halibut, and you can tell the story about the fish. And now we have walked you through the story about the fish and how you can easily cook it. And invite someone to share the nice taste of the halibut.
But I think it's very, very cool to serve like the whole fish on the dinner table.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can you take out the fennel, please, and then give from the oven, and then maybe take a plate?
Yep.
So we can start to assemble.
You like this big plate here, Frode?
That will be nice. And remember warm plates or hot plates when you assembling fish, because that helps you a little bit to serve nice and warm fish. Put it in a smaller pan, and then we're gonna foam it a little bit. like this. And then I think we are quite close ready. I want to divide this one in two. To put it on the plate. It's quite warm, but I think it will be nice. And then some of the crudité under here. So we have to have two tastes of fennel. That is the one that is shaved. And I will also put in some, we're ready for this one. And we're gonna put a new, and then we have the løyrom, the caviar. Put this one inside there. And also some of the chives that I have chopped. And then you bring in the warm sauce, like this.
This looks amazing for them.
And then you can see.
Ooh, yes.
It'll be nice, huh? And nice flavors for our halibut. And then the big moment of how we had done with our warm fish, huh?
Yep, the main part.
The main part. So now I bring on my gloves because I'm gonna touch it when it's warm and just before serving. And I think we also have some more fennels thing we can put on. Actually, I put also some fennel flowers we can use. This sauce is
yes.
good, huh? Okay, when we're gonna take off the skin, it's very easy. You can see it, you can just fold it off like this.
And look how juicy it is.
Yeah, look at this. I had done this many times, but every time is very special. Because then I think about all the people that has worked with this fish and the passion they show, the passion for the fish, the passion for the taste and the flavors for you to come on the plate. It's so fantastic. Then I put some salt, and look at this, huh? Then I'm gonna bring a little spoon. To take it off the bone and put it on the plate. Look at this, juicy and nice fish. You can see it. And then sauce. Around like this, and then some fennel flowers to be around here. And it actually, this fennel flowers is tasting a lot of fennel, so it gives a much more rich flavor to the dish. Like this, and then we have to wipe the plate a little bit, Thomas. I see it need a little wipe off with paper towel. Remember when you present the food, like this. And I think you can easily eat this on, actually every day a week.
Yeah.
You don't need to be a Monday or you don't need to be a Sunday. Actually every day in the week you can have this kind of fish. And share the moment with someone. And I hope now through these 3 dishes that you have seen how fantastic our Sterling White Halibut is. How proud we are, how passionate we are about serving you this fish. And Thomas, we will really looking forward to see you cooking our Sterling White Halibut around the world. So please give us some pictures on Instagram or on Facebook.
Yep.
And share with us your Sterling White Halibut moment and dish. And happy cooking, people.